Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Big E, Big E's Clubhouse. I want to thank those who came on the channel last week. Appreciate the comments. Looking forward to giving you my picks this week on Saturday. Just to give you a kind of an overview of what I do. I research games Monday through Wednesday, and hopefully get them out on Thursday so you can have at least 24 hours or so to do your research and to come up with your opinions on what you think of the games this week. It's going to be some great matchups. They were hard to pick. There's a lot of great games, and it's going to be fun to watch this weekend. And so something I'll add this week is kind of the topic of the week, especially since we're talking college football right now. Let's talk about the James Franklin firing at Penn State. I did not know James, but I went to University of Maryland, and I knew he coached there under Ralph Friedgen. And I thought Ralph was a great mentor and a great coach at Maryland. He was let go, unfortunately, but things happen. And James Franklin moved on to Vanderbilt. And that time Vanderbilt may have won a couple games, but he rebuilt that program and turned it into something. And look at him now. So I think he proved at Vanderbilt that you could get it done, and they're certainly doing well this year. And I'm glad to see it. I think Clark Lea is a very good coach. But then Penn State came calling because Penn State was in a bad situation. It was terrible. Bill O'Brien was there, and he did resurrect the program from a bad situation, but James Franklin followed it up once Bill moved on. And I think James Franklin has done a terrific job at Penn State. Some people question him and whatnot, but in my opinion, I like him as a coach. I think he's very good to the players. Seems like the players have some loyalty to him over the years, and don't seem to hadn't really hit the transfer portal very much. He had 2 NFL running backs come back this year. Unfortunately, the schedule, the record has not been good, but they stayed. Also, it seems like he has a lot of loyalty in his coaching staff. They don't seem to move on. They seem to stay underneath him and really seem to respect him for what I know. And so I hope James will land on his feet, which I know he will. And I think one great option for him is down in Blacksburg. I think Virginia Tech is starving for a winner again. Being a former resident of Virginia, I know they are, and they need to be back in national prominence again. And I think James Franklin would be a great choice. He knows the recruiting trail. He knows the high school coaches in that region, and I think he would be a wonderful pick. And I'll just throw another little thing out at you. If I was the next coach, and if it is James Franklin, I would go down there and hire Michael Vick. Everybody knows Michael Vick, certainly in Virginia. Whether you like him or not, Michael Vick is coaching college football at Norfolk State. And I think it would be a great opportunity for Virginia Tech and Michael Vick to join together and let Michael come up under there and have a good mentor and learn the coaching ranks and all the ins and outs. And I personally think James Franklin will be a wonderful mentor for Michael Vick. So that's my opinion on Franklin. I think Virginia Tech should be a consideration, and I hope they consider him. And watch that Michael Vick thing. That'll be interesting to watch. So now, what we've all been waiting for, my 6-pack. Yes, my 6-pack. And why not? We all like a good cold beverage on the weekend watching college football games, so I thought I would present my 6-pack this week of college football. I got my teleprompter over here, which is a legal pad, which I keep all my notes on. Being old school like I am, I still use a legal pad. So let's get to my games for Saturday. All right, first game up, Baylor at TCU. TCU is the favorite, giving -3. I'm going with TCU here at home. Oklahoma at South Carolina. South Carolina's +5.5 at this time. Williams-Brice State is a tough place to play, and there is a little bit of pressure on Shane Beamer, and I think his kid's going to come out and play for him, and I think the fans will be ready to go. So I'm taking South Carolina in this one. My next game is Wyoming at Air Force. I like the military academies. They're fun to watch. Sometimes kind of dull, but Air Force has got a little bit of air attack, and they're a pretty good football team. Their record doesn't show it, but I'm going to take Air Force at home, giving 4.5. Then I got Maryland Terrapins versus at UCLA. They got to travel across the country. I'm a Maryland graduate. This is a hard one for me, but I got to go with my gut. The Terps had 2 games there. If they'd have won, they'd been in the Big Ten race. And UCLA is kind of the team of the month right now. And after they fired their coach, and the new Heisel kids come in and done a great job, and so I go with UCLA -3.5 on that one. Penn State, who knows the motivation, the attitude. Coach is gone, quarterback's out. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you can, kids get out there and fight and get the job done. But going to Iowa at night, Iowa is tough. They got a better offense. Watch this kid Gronkowski here. He played for, I think it was San Jose State in the FCS. Is a tough kid. Kind of fits Iowa, and he's brought a little offense to the Hawkeyes up there. So, and they'll be tough at night. Always have a great defense. They're giving 3. I'm going with Iowa in this situation. One game I'm looking forward to watching, and I think all of you should watch it as well, is in the Commonwealth. Old Dominion Monarchs versus the James Madison Dukes in Harrisonburg, Virginia. 2 of the best teams in the state of Virginia. Maybe Virginia Tech will get back in there one of these days. But this will be a great matchup to watch, fun game, and I'm going with the Dukes. The Dukes right now are giving 1.5 points, and I'm going with the James Madison Dukes in this one. So watch that game. It'll be fun to watch. It may be one of the best games. Could be, maybe, may not be, but could be one of the best games to watch of the weekend. So I would highly recommend it if you can get it on your TV. All right, my upsets. I do have a couple of upsets this week that could shake up the top 25 rankings in the college football playoffs. Got LSU at Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's going to win this game. I think Diego Pavia is playing well. Vandy's due for a big win, and I think they're going to win this game at home against LSU. The other game is Georgia Tech at Duke. Georgia Tech is a good team. Haynes King, I love watching him, and I really like the coach of Georgia Tech. He's an old offensive lineman, tough guy, and I think he's done a wonderful job at Georgia Tech. But I think Duke's going to get them. I think Duke, Manny Diaz is a good coach and good defensive coach, and I think Duke is going to get them this week. So those are my 2 upsets of the week on Saturday. And now we're going to my locksmith, my game that I think is a lock. I thought my locksmith was Oregon last week, but man, what a disappointment Oregon was. Indiana was pretty impressive, though. I must have to admit. Cignetti's done a great job up there. And where did he come from? James Madison. Brought all his players from James Madison. So watch that James Madison program. But Cignetti's done a great job, but Oregon let me down. But so be it. They'll be in the playoffs. So I'm going to take the game that I'm locksmith is the UTSA Roadrunners against the North Texas. I believe they're the Mean Green. Watch this quarterback for North Texas, freshman. Be interested to see if he goes in the portal or stays at North Texas. So I'm going to go with North Texas laying 4. over the Road Runners, and that's my locksmith of the week. So now, last week I got some questions about what do you do tailgating and with the games, and I said, yeah, I do. I like to tailgate. I like, as you can tell, I like to have a good meal, and so tailgating's part of it. And while I watch my games on the porch, and my recipe, kind of a go-to thing that we have quite a bit, is called barn chicken. And barn chicken, you can do different ways. The marinade's the same. The marinade is Italian dressing, Catalina dressing, and Thousand Island dressing. Take your chicken breast, and you can brine the breast. You can pound them, do whatever you want before you marinate them, whatever you want. It's good either way. So you can't mess with this one. It's always a fan favorite. And so you marinate it in the Italian, Catalina, and Thousand Island dressings, preferably overnight, to get you some good flavor. And I cook them on a Weber kettle. So kind of old school there, but it seems to work pretty well for me. And what I do is I sear them off real good on both sides and get a little get a little crust on them. And man, it's flavorful. It's really good. And we normally go with some baked beans and some deviled eggs, and boy, we'll probably have a few more other things too. So it's always a good meal and easy to do. And so where you can get back to football games, enjoy whatever six-pack you choose. So that's my suggestion on the menu this week. Those are my 6 picks, along with some upsets and my locksmith pick. So I hope you have a great Saturday. Enjoy college football. These are young kids out there with putting in a lot of effort for us to be entertained by, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's probably one of the most favorite things I do in a year is watch college football, and I'm looking forward to cooking out and probably do some ribs this week since I've done the barn chicken. But looking forward to all that and a great day of college football out on the porch with multiple TVs. And I'll get back with you next week. I'll be posting on Thursdays. And so be looking forward to my picks, my 6-pack pick and my locksmith, and might have a few upsets next week as well. So Virginia Tech, go get your James Franklin, get your Michael Vick, and I'll see you next week.